it be, please. I swear to you, my flesh tastes absolutely terrible. Not a monster. Oh gods, what are you doing, scaring me like that? If we're not quiet, those beasts will find us. The square, you say? Well, that's where the satrap was killed. With my very eyes, I saw him crushed in that creature's maw. So many lives lost. Such terrible carnage. And you say there is someone else who would lead Razat Han in his stead? Whoever they are, if they say anything to sully the memory of our beloved satrap, I'll make them regret it.
Look! Someone's coming!
People of Razat Han, it warms my heart to see so many brave, resilient souls before me. Today, I would share with you a great revelation. But before I do, I must make a humble request. Do not be alarmed, nor avert your eyes. See the one I unveil for who he is, and know that he means you no harm.
Very well. I dare say it can't be worse than the horrors we've already seen.
Many thanks.
A dragon!
Wow!
People of Razat Han, I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. 'Tis as the satrap's ally I am known. Today, I would reveal the truth unto you.
Let us hope they accept him.
If I am hearing this right, you were the satrap all along?
Vashan! I mean, Master Vitra, does your divine eye really see all?
Nay, child. While mine eye hath borne witness to the whole of our nation's history, to its future I am blind as thee. Countrymen, calamity the likes of which we have never known is come to Fafnir, our home. friends and loved ones have been taken from us, I too have lost my closest confidant. Ahewan loved this land and served it with dignity till his dying breath. A nobler satrap there will never be. For so long, I lacked the courage to face you. I will not easily earn your trust, this I know. And yet, I cannot sit idly by and abandon Ratzathan to her fate. A font of boundless vibrancy, this jewel of the ocean. Since time immemorial, has she glittered with every color imaginable. To this dragon, slumbering in his dark lair, 'twas a mesmerizing sight, and one that brought no end of joy to my heart. This calamity has stolen too much from you already, yet so long as you live, the light of Ratzathan will never be extinguished. I pray you let me watch over it. Over you. And lend me your strength, that we might face this trial and those to come as one.
I do not know you, dragon, but I thank you for speaking the truth to us. As divinities, both Manusha and Riga once joined together, so too do I believe that hand in hand, we can overcome this ordeal and welcome an era of peace.
A sight that would have surely brought a smile to Azael's face.
Indeed.
When the did y'all get here?
Excuse me, but I must speak with the satrap at once.
Father.
You have suffered dearly of late, yet you must endeavor to look beyond these losses to the future you yet have. On behalf of the Forum of Sharlayan, I come with a proposal by which you, the people of Ratzathan, might be saved. I say again, I must speak with your satrap. I beseech you, take me to him with all possible haste.
I am satrap here. Speak thy proposal. All present shall hear and judge.
If I have given offense, then I apologize. First, allow me to share with you what knowledge we have of the phenomenon responsible for your woes. The final days. 'Tis an affliction of stagnancy and rot, sown into the currents of the star. Though the first prominent manifestation was here, in Thavner, it will invariably spread to every corner of the world. The Forum was forewarned of this apocalypse several centuries ago. Thenceforth, my predecessors sought to prepare for the end times in the only conceivable fashion, by securing a means of escape.
Escape the star? What madness is this?
'Tis by no means madness. With the coming of the 7th Umbral Calamity, the true nature of the Red Moon, Dalamud, was revealed. That it was an artificial construct of ancient Alag. But what of the Silver Moon? This celestial satellite is yet another technological marvel fashioned and maintained by ancient allies. A ship that will sail the heavens and deliver our people from destruction. And by our people, I speak not only of Sharlayan. We mean to save every man, woman, and child it is within our power to save. Including you, our dear friends of Radzat Han. Recent events necessitate adjustments be made, and quickly, but we can and will escort you safely to the moon.
Long has thy forum been allies to Thavnir. I trust thou dost not extend this offer lightly. Yet I wonder, is this truly the way? Is there a future to be built for us beyond this star our father deemed the last bastion of hope?
It is for that very reason I come before you and your people. To answer any and all of your questions. To offer my assurances and allay your fears. Though, if you wish the best for your people, I advise you to render your decision swiftly.
Show our friends to Megaduta. They are to be received as honored guests. Worry not. Whatever decision is reached, your paths shall be yours to decide. Until then, heed the warning of these brave heroes. Guard your hearts against fear and despair, for it is within such fertile soil that the seeds of blasphemy find purchase. Remain calm and attend to your daily tasks. I shall return anon.
We'll do as you say, Master Vitra. We believe in you.
Oh, you're still here. What a relief.
Nidana, what's the matter? Has something happened at Palaka's stand?
Oh, no, not that I know of. I just hope to hear your thoughts on a theory of mine. All who undergo the transformation are drained of their ether, yes? What is it then that gives these beasts the strength to carry on as they do? Logically, they must be drawing upon an alternate form of vital energy. That put me in mind of our earlier conversation, when I tried to explain the essence which many confuse with ether.
Akasha. Yes, I remember. The unseen gift bestowed from on high. An energy influenced solely by emotion.
Yes, yes. In this instance, negative ones set Akasha into motion, thereby infusing the beasts with vitality. I posit this as the mechanism by which the beasts are born and sustained. Ah, do you still have that flower? accept that it once shone bright by drawing upon Akasha, influenced by the thoughts of those nearby, then fear, terror, despair, negative emotions so powerful as to suffocate it, permeated the air in this place. You must be very careful. The forces which drive the final days may be beyond our ability to perceive. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. At any rate, I will continue my research into Akasha. Do temper your expectations, however. There are sadly few detailed studies upon which I may draw.
Formulating a new theory as you have is itself no small feat. I wish you well in your endeavors, and pray you take care.
Thank you. You stay safe as well, yes? Till next we meet, and we will meet again.
Far as we have come, and after all the horrors we have seen, there's still so much we do not know about the final days. Could it be that Nadia said that the cause of this phenomenon is beyond our comprehension, and if so, are we powerless to forestall it? We have no better, safer course of action to offer them than fleeing to the moon. I know this, and yet, Vitra and his people love their homes. There must be something we can do. That soldier of the Radiant there, if I'm not mistaken, he accompanied Adamant to Battlespeed. Could it be he knew Vitra's identity all along? Even when Vitra to Even were Vitra to acquiesce to their proposal, just how do Charlians attempt to transport their nation and their nation's entire populace to the moon? Their solution sits ill with me. But if life has taught me anything, is that there is little to be gained from arguing with Charlians. We must take it upon ourselves to find a better way. Under normal circumstances, the foreign proposal would be regarded as sheer madness, but when the sky burns, even madness can sound appealing. Doubtless Vitra is loath to abandon his home, and yet absent of other options, he cannot dismiss the option out of hand. No matter what my father and the Forum says, giving up and abandoning this place cannot be our only recourse. Greeting, honored scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have a message from His Excellency, the Satrap. Brave scions, you have my gratitude for aiding my people in this most trying of times. Alas, matters here at Megalodon prevent me from meeting you all in person. As a token of my appreciation, I have arranged for a feast to be held in your honor. May it nourish you in preparation for the trials ahead. Such are the words of Master Vitra. The feast he speaks of awaits you at Madarin Mahim. Pray make your way there whenever your business here is done. We thank you for your kindness. Indeed, I was hoping we might find a place to discuss our next course of action, and that seemed an ideal venue. Ah, and to you, Vamron Hunter. There is something we had hoped to introduce you in particular. While I'm loath to detain you further, might you spare a moment of your time? A personal invitation, knowing full well your services are in the highest demand right now. This must be important. Worry not. We'll save some food for you, so take all the time you need. Thank you, friend. Whenever you're ready, please join me in the Aetheryte Plaza. I shall go on ahead. Do I finally have access to it? Is that my special treat? I can finally teleport here? I'll take it. Access to the Aetheryte, you see, there has been restricted to a select few ever since the tower first appeared. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, but it was deemed too dangerous to permit the free movement of visitors at a time of emergency, a risk we could not take. In light of recent developments, however, the Satrap has decided that such restrictions would only hinder our efforts to combat the final days. As such, I would encourage you to attune with the Aetheryte before proceeding along the corridor. Yay! Thanks! And finally, I can finally touch this now. Thanks. Alright, let's go to this feast. Ah, you must be wondering what this place is. You stand in the Hall of the Radiant Host, from where our leadership oversees all of Razat Han's military operations. Sundrop, our destination, lies just ahead. Welcome to Sundrop. Without further ado, Oi. So you're that famous Vamron hunter, eh? I knew it at the moment you stepped through the door. You're the look of one who's walked through hell. Shirabot, please. You are speaking to the Satrap's honored guest and a savior of our people. Do you not show a monarchical respect? What disrespect is there in paying a fellow warrior a compliment? We're all friends here, or we'll be soon enough. More formally then, for the benefit of my countrymen, it is a pleasure to have you with us. Oh, great champion over Eorzea, scion of the Seventh Dawn, warrior of light, and all-around good egg, I'm sure. Who are you? A fool with too many scars and knees that ache in the winter. The name's Shireen, and I attend to businesses here. As for what sort of business, how can I put it? Razat Han welcomes delegates from other lands to oversee trade and diplomatic dealings. Then there are military matters to discuss, which is why all of these officers are stationed here in Sundrop. I imagine you're more than familiar with each of the nations they represent, yes? We got representatives from Doma, Ul'dah and Alamino, Limbs of the Mensa, Gridania, And last, but never let it be said least, Ishgard. They're the eyes, ears, and mouths that bridge the distance between Razat Han and their respective homelands. We use this brief respite to share the details of our plight with our overseas counterparts. And wouldn't you know it, all of their leaders requested a few words from you specifically. You're a man in high demand, eh? And so, would you mind regaling us all with your own account? Indulge us before you indulge yourself. I thank you for the report. The conditions under which men are turned to beasts and etheric anomalies you have observed. You have given us much to consider. It is concerning that the first transformation apparently occurred before the skies turned red. 'Tis contrary to what one would expect. Thankfully, the information you conveyed to Lucia upon your return from the moon has already proved invaluable. As soon as reports of the calamity here in Thadnar reached the Grand Companies of Elogia and our Far Eastern allies, our leaders knew at once that the final days were indeed upon us. They began taking steps to access the extent of the phenomenon's spread. Our agents were able to confirm that, for the time being, the skies burned only over the bounty, including this island and Corvus. Alas, that is of little comfort. All throughout allied lands, there have been reports of people transforming into hideous beasts. From what little we've learned, these incidents are similar in nature to that involving the merchant Hazalu. As was the case here, the victims underwent the change prior to the heavens being set ablaze. And so, while the burning skies have yet to manifest beyond the bounty, the transformations do not appear to be subject to any similar restriction. If anyone anywhere overcome by despair can turn, then nowhere is safe. That's about the size of it. Speaking of which, we ought to give these creatures a name, don't you think? Here at Razat Han, we've taken to calling the first to change, which tends to be the biggest, blasphemies. As fitting a name as any. To ensure clarity in future communications, we shall urge our comrades to adopt this terminology. Our leaders have taken measures to deal with the threat, to do the best of our ability. Each nation has assembled their own groups of elite soldiers to put down these so-called blasphemies and their spawns as when they appear. At the same time, they are doing all in their power to put the people's minds at ease, to prevent panic and fear from spreading. That said, brave souls from the strength and fortitude to fell these terrible fiends are not easily found. Just so, and it is for that reason that we turn to you. Pray, lend us your strength, and help us slay these blasphemies that plague our homelands. Now, you don't have to give your reply before dinner. I should also mention that each blasphemy seems to possess wildly different characteristics. What works well against one may serve you poorly against another. So, before you go rushing off to save everyone's day, have a word with the delegates. They'll tell you what to expect. And with that, I do believe our friends here has a feast to attend. Spare a thought for us while you're tucking into all that fine cuisine, eh? You have gained access to the role quest for Endwalkers. Nice. Yeah, bitch, you were right. It is very clear. It's like, hey, you can do these now. Finished guard. Hell yeah. Pray forgives Sharbat her rudeness. She can be a bit boisterous at times, but it's simply her nature. Anyways, my apologies for keeping you from your hard-earned rest. You will be rejoining your companions, yes? Do you know the way to the Mahine? Got it. Glad to hear you're becoming familiar with our fair city. You'll be pleased to hear that all drinks are on the house, so order whatever suits your fancy. And with that, I must return to my post. On behalf of all the Radiant host, I thank you and your friends once more for